Hello everyone, Otherclaws here, and today guys I'm going to review two Megablox Plasmaverse sets released in 2006 in the US and in 2007 in Europe, or at least in France, and what is going to be more precise, two Megablox Plasma Dragons set from the second series. So let's go, and this time I've got a box of the first dragon I'm going to review, which is called Talonlok. So as you can see, the box featured a transparent, clear plastic part which shows you the egg inside, and also you can notice a little drawing, the drawing of the dragon, so of Talonlok, which kind of hold the egg thanks to this cardboard part right there, which is cool, which is a nice effect, I have to admit. Of course, you're going to have all the logos plus Series 2 right there, the name of the dragon, the precision that is a river dragon, the set of a picture of the set itself right here, and also the fact that this dragon belongs to the Orios army, which is one of the two armies from the Megablox Dragons Battlestorm subsim released at the same time. So the back of the box shows you the 5 other dragons released in the second series, and here it shows you, okay, here it shows you that these dragons belong to the Orios army, but here it seems that it belongs in fact to the Argentix army. So yeah, don't really know what it's supposed to, in which army it's supposed to belong, but well, let's move on here. It shows you how you can hatch, if I can say so, the dragon from his egg, and this kind of soft plastic part. So yeah, for those who do not know the Plasmaverse subsim, well, it's really simple. It consists of new type of action figures. First point, they are smaller than your average mid-sized dragon for comparison element. Then they are made out of soft plastic elements, kind of like the limbs and stuff like that. Second point, the articulations are mounted, are ball joints. And fourth point is that they are going to be dragons, but also dinosaurs, robots, or even monsters in this subsim. So, time to talk about the little instruction booklet. Well, more like a paper which unfolds. So you have a nice picture of the dragon right there. And here, as you can see, you have the instruction for the dragon plus a combiner model you can make with another dragon, which is this one. And here I got all the 4 other dragons of the second series right there. Now this stamp piece, because this is the one I'm going to review next, and also the 5th one right there. So the one you can use to make a combiner model. Well, to make 2 combiners model. Which looks quite silly, but I guess it's just to show you that you can swap the parts between the dragons to make your own one, if you want. So I think that's all. Time to move on to the set itself. And first, the egg, which is, the egg mold is the same one as the first series, but this time it's in a trans green color instead of being just a transparent clear color. So here, with a little it's a nice transparent light green color. Notice the white close mark right there. And then a new mold, it's the soft plastic part like that. So as you can see, it's a new mold with some other details right there, for example, or also all over the egg, and also on the sides, on the edge, if I can say so, on the edge of the hole right there, thanks to these little parts. So of course, when you bought the set, all the parts were put in this little kind of soft plastic bag, if I can say so, like that. If I can call it like that, excuse me. So yes, full of details and stuff like that, so kind of weird, and of course all soft. So time to move, kind of like some slim in fact, but well. So yeah, it's time to move on to the set itself, and we will see that this dragons is made out of new molds of 90% of new molds in comparison to the first series. So first, the body mold, which is the new one. As you can see, bulk here with some spins. Of course, you're going to have all the connection points for the arms, legs, tail, wings, and head. Notice the color scheme. Dark blue is some type of paint of the light blue, excuse me, in the paint effect. Some injection of paint of light blue, excuse me, in some paint effect colors. These other colors right there, some type of green brown. And then let's move on. So first the tail, which got a specific shape, as you can see. It's all over the place, and it's a new mold once again. And also it's a little bigger, bulkier than the previous tails that Mega Bloks made for this sub-sim. Now the rear legs, which once again are a little bulkier, bigger than the previous ones, and of course it's a new mold. This time the two rear legs and even the two front arms are going to be symmetrical, because on the previous dragons it was not always the case, but here it's quite the same. As you can see, the shape, the mold seems to be similar. Now the front arms, which once again follow the trend and are bigger, bulkier, with some rock parts, so it's really cool with some big claws. And as you can see, it really seems to be symmetrical. No time for the wings, but which is this time not a new part, but an old part recolored in blue. You can, for example, see this type of wings on Caesar or on Talonlok, some dragons from the first series. And finally the head, which this time is new, and which looks like that. Well, of course new for the time, because I think that this part will be reused on the other Mega Bloks Plasma series. So you can see some really nice head with this part which goes all over the place, which kind of aids the rest of the head, so really cool. Really cool head, and the tongue is painted, as you can see, plus the teeth also, so nice job in terms of details and paint effects, excuse me. And well, we just have to put the head right there, and the first dragon, Talonlok, is finished. There we go. In terms of articulation, like I said, you got one ball joint per part, so this means it's a little more articulated than just a rotation point, which is quite cool. So, for example, you can of course move this thing up and down, but also a little on the sides, which can be quite useful for some pose. The head also can be moved, and the mouth can be open if you want, which looks quite cool. And well, of course, the wings are kind of cannot be moved, and the tail, if you want, can be rotated. And that's all. So, well, that's all for this dragon. Only problem, I think, is that it seems to not be not standing still, in fact. Do not know why. Well, you have to put it like that if you want him to hold. So really a special shape. Time to move on to the second dragon, which is called Tempest, and which also featured a new body mod, and once again it's a big one, as you can see, with some type of armor parts, some scrap metal parts, it seems. So really nice. Once again, a cool core shape, and all the connection points to link the other parts. And first the tail, which once again is a new mod from the second series. Looks quite, as you can see, specific. Going to link this way, excuse me. Then the rear legs, which are not new because they were already released in the first series, excuse me. For example, they are featured on the Caesar dragon. The same can be said for the forearms, but this time which were just used on Talonlok. Right there. Now the wings, which once again were used in the first series, but this time they are the one used by, for example, by the Crimson Dragon, so a little more destroyed wings. And finally the head, which this time is, I think, unique to this set, well, at least for the second series, and which looks like that. So as you can see, really a smaller head than the Talonlok's one. And here we go. Tempest is finished. So once again, you have really one of these big bulky dragons, which look kind of like a gorilla, because it's really got some small rear legs and big front arm with really a big body. So really a nice shape overall, which might please some people. Well, at least some people, at least I think it's really pleased me, by the way. because I really like this type of big bulky dragons in comparison to the thinner one. Do not ask me why, but I really found them cool. And that's all for this second reviews on some plasma dragons, guys. Well, I think yes, that's all. So I just have 2 dragons out of 6, sadly, but still you can see some nice new models. So once again, overall, in terms of colors, while the paint job and paint effect are still there, they are still cool, and they will give the dragons some unique details and some unique textures, effects. So once again, it's a success. And even in terms of color shade, I think they work so pretty nice. There is no bad colors used or stuff like that. But once again, it's really a taste. It's all about your tastes, I think. Then in terms of construction, once again, it's pretty simple and easy to build them. There is no big deal right there. In terms of molds, well, you're going to have some new molds right there. So like I said, most of all the bodies which are new, the forearms, for example, and of course the heads. And it's really some interesting molds because this type of big bulky molds were not released in the first series. Remember the first series, well, the molds were quite different. They were thinner, in my opinion. This time it's really big with some, for example, some armor parts. So it's really cool. And it will give you some new type of dragons, of bodies and stuff like that, so quite nice. And finally, in terms of articulations, well, it's alright, I think. Excuse me. Like I said, you got ball joints instead of position point, and it's really cool if you want to move the arms or legs a little further than just turn them up and down, so you can move them on the sides. And it's quite cool if you want to make some pose, even if it's still quite limited because of the weight of the dragon right there. For example, if you want to make this, you can't really make him stand still without really bending him on the front. So a little drawback, if I can say so. And then of course the overall designs, which are really cool and really unique, like I said, thanks to the new molds, the new parts, which are really bulkier, bigger, and maybe a little meaner also. So yes, that's all for this review, guys. Hope you enjoy these 2 dragons from the second series of the Plasmaverse Dragons sub-sim. So that's all. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask them. I will happily answer them in the comment section of this video. And well, that's all. So hope you enjoy, guys, and see you later for another video review. Bye bye.